Hey guys, it's FallenDice, and welcome to episode 33 of FallenDice Plays Better Than Buildcraft, and also we call it the part 4 and the final part in our automatic sheep shearing uh, episodes. It's been a bit of work, but we're on the home stretch. This is the last episode. I have already recorded everything. Just redoing an intro because I ended up splitting the last episode into two just because it was getting quite unwieldy. So, with that, let's just head straight back downstairs, get back into our designing of the, well, not designing, it's already been designed, but the implementing of the shearing pen. Alright, so we're going to do things a little differently here to try and utilize our space. So first off, we're going to go the full ticks on here. And where's my redstone? And then we're going to make a couple paths. So the path that's going to do our block, I think, is going to come underneath this way. And just so that we leave more room for mechanical power and those kind of things. So let's see, 1, 2 over from here. Means I'm 1 away. Alright, and actually I have coordinates. Alright, so I need to power the block that's at 24, 19, and 57. Alright, 24, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think that's it. So what we'll do, just to test this, we'll go up and see if the rail's powered now. Nope. Or is it? Nope, definitely not. Okay. So, which means I need to go one deeper. But that's why we're testing this. Alright. Lost my redstone. Try this again. Oh, I need to go up one higher. Let's see. Right now I'm powering this block, which definitely isn't the one I need to power. So I'm going to need to use a torch and vertical wiring. That'll work. So, alright, 18, 19. Okay, this is the one here. And, okay, that's exactly where this needs to go then. So at that point, that should power it. And then we're going to have to, yeah, get down here. If we go like this, let's see. There we go. Because we want to have this inverted. Get rid of you now. And there we go. So right now you're shut off. When cart comes over here, it will send the power down, which will then turn off the wire and we'll be good to go. But again, we wanted it at 10 ticks. Right now we're at 6. So I go, oops, 1. Get my redstone back. Dang it. Redstone thief. Take my redstone. Alright. Now the whole purpose of this is that we should be able to ride the rail into there, stay there momentarily, and then it'll send us back. There we go. Okay, that works out perfect. Okay, now, let's see. I I need glass too. Do I have any glass in here? I had to move all my chests, so my chests are a mess right now. Alright. That way I've only got one small little hole I can possibly fall into. Alright. Then the second part of this is to power our block dispenser here. And one of I have one in here, so there we go. And I should have a couple more after I destroy the ones that I was attempting to use over there for my timing circuit, which I don't need to anymore. Alright, so let's see. And we'll stick a single block in here because I need to find out if... Yeah, I didn't think so. But I had to make sure. So if we go like this and do it again, now it'll get power. Yep. Alright. Now I need to set up our pulse lengthener going into there. And I'm pretty sure... Well, it was using that same 10-second delay going into it in the first place. So... where's my redstone again? There we go. Good. I want a little bit more... a little more distance in over here. It looks like I am going to get rid of this. That's going to keep getting further and further away. Okay. And then... I love doing things on the fly. Testing myself. How well do I remember how to do this? I'm going to have to move my chest again. Dang it. So, get you guys out of the way. Sorry about that. Our delay. There you are. Let's see. Oops. Pretty much we just got a square. Alrighty. And yes, I know this could definitely be done neater, but I'm trying to... it's gonna bother me too. It's ugly. I guess I could always do it underground as well. You know, I'll prettify it later. At the moment, I just want this done. Alrighty. What kind of delay did I have on these? Key thing is to make sure, oops, that we get a solid. So, let's go ahead and manually trip this. Actually, let me go grab one of those switches I was just complaining about having in my inventory. Alright, let's try this. Okay. Alright, set them all to 2. That's the problem. We don't want that to happen. Set you to 3. Okay, I think that's going to work. No. We'll keep playing with this till we get it to work. There we go. But I did want it to go longer. Alright, I'm going to look at the one I created in the other world to kind of... I just want to make sure that it stays on long enough. Like I said, we know it shears him right as he's leaving. But the key point is to make sure that the intake pipe is able to suck it out before it puts it back in. So I'm going to check it out. I will be right back. Alright, it looks like I just had everything at full. Which seems odd because that definitely seemed like it would flash. Yeah, definitely flashes. Even then, still. This one seems to at least stay solid. Well, we can always try it and see how it works. It's definitely longer than the normal pulse. And the thing is, too, well, actually, you know what? That's true. I am doing this awfully quick. Come to think of it, it's probably about the same length as a button pulse, which means technically that's what I should be using. There we go. Alrighty. Because the button actually stays on longer. Okay. Let's just go everything to max again. Alright, you're max, you're all max. Alright, that's it. I just wasn't holding long enough. Okay, so that's what we wanted at. Alright, okay. And that should just go straight up into here. So now if I hit the button, okay, but, and yes, I do know this, we want it the opposite. So now, glass is there, sucks in the wool, plenty of time. Okay, good. Alrighty. And I probably may have to move some of these things because I still have to fit in the intake pipe and its control stuff and where it's gone. What I may end up doing, put the intake pipe going here and then the regular transport coming out and down this way. Alright, well, I don't have any piping, so I'm going to have to make a trip home. So, I think I'm going to go to bed and hopefully sometime tomorrow I'll get some more recording time. Again, it's the weekend, so while I do find time to play, it's hard for me to record because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. My children don't like to go to sleep right away, so I tend to have to take breaks to go up and lay them back down. And anyway, so at the very minimum, at least tomorrow night, I'll be able to work on this again and finish recording. I may just get on and work on some of the more of the bays here while I can't record, so that's probably what I'll do. So anyway, alright, for me, I'm heading to bed. For you guys, I'll see you in a sec. Alright, and we're back, and like I said, for you guys, I just said I'll be right back. For me, it's almost been a full day. But I did get quite a bit done today. So we'll start off by showing where we are right now. And I'm going through pics like crazy too. So I went ahead and installed my other two bays over here. That by itself took a little bit of work. I haven't dyed them yet because I don't know what color scheme I'm going to be doing, so it didn't really make any sense to kind of color them. Besides everything I'm doing right now, I can see from out here. Sorry. From out here, so it doesn't really make any sense to color them yet. So anyway, I have tested both bays. Both bays work perfectly fine, so I have a fully functioning set of 5 here. And this is again what we're going to copy with the blueprint, and then I'll just head over there and have the builders rebuild it in those 2 sections there to save me a lot of the work. Now the part under here, that was the more difficult part, and that I knew I was going to need to do on my own. So that was the other part of what I did today. First off, you can see we got, and you're in the wrong spot. Dang it. Thought I had them all aimed up. Just one. Well, we'll have to fix you. Alright, drop down. I was going to have to come down here and do that anyway. Just to show you what we've got done, but we'll fix this while we're down here. Alrighty. Grab my dirt back again. Alright, so as you can see, went ahead and did this part. And I figured it would be easier to do this with all the open space and do it all at once, and then kind of over here where I did it one at a time and then tried to kind of fit it in as I went. And well, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. In some ways it was, in other ways it was not. And the was not was that section over there, and I'll show you that in a sec. But basically what I started off with is because the one constant I knew was going to be my AND gate. That's in the exact same position on every one of these. You can see it's going right down that left side of the valley, and it did that on every one of them. So using this, I mapped out up top where each one of my junctions were going to be and placed this wool block. And then based on how the other ones went together, that put my AND gate right here, so I knew exactly where these were all going to be centered. Whoa, got turned around there. And I figured, okay. Then I also realized that over here, when I was doing these pulse generators, I had them all separated, you know, trying not to touch anything. And I found out I can put them directly next to each other. The left side of this one, because you see we have the signal coming in, but because it's using the redstone and not the repeater, and even if it was using the repeater, it's not going to go through two blocks. So it comes into here and out there, and so I can put this one right here, and this redstone coming in. Again, it's not affecting over there, and it comes back over here. So I was able to fit the pulse generators right next to each other. And that seemed okay, so I did all those, figured, okay, now we're easy money. And I probably should have just done is gone in reverse directions. Because just like when I was over there, the signal to control the switch was always on the far side, and the pulse was on the right side. And on the gates here, it was the exact opposite. The pulse was on the left and the repeater's on the right, so it required some underground and some creativity. So basically, first one, I hate that, hate falling through. First one, I had to come over here, and I also got to learn how to be creative with signals next to each other. So dropping this down, it coming into this block, allowed me to go over here, and of course redstone has to enter a repeater from behind, so I can use this repeater into this block to turn this redstone going this way, and it won't affect that. So again, creativity in cramped spaces, getting better at it. But yeah, so here's the pulse on this one, and again, creativity in cramped spaces, dropping down a level. It got interesting, and the same thing as what I did like back over there. Red signal into here, can't do it, has to be from behind. Comes over here, powers the block. Redstone's going underneath and around, all over the place. But anyway, understand or accept that these all work now. And I'm glad I did this ahead of time and not after time, because this definitely took a bit of work, and it would have been really boring recording. So it was a good thing to do when I couldn't really record. So yeah, as we move further down, you can see it started going straight in as opposed to long routes in. The hard part was when I got over to here, because that first one had to go way over here to catch our first junction, which was easy on the first one, but as it started getting closer together, this cramping got really crazy. You can see here's the output of the pulse on this one, and then there's one over there. but things had to run like right next to each other. So again, extra repeaters just to get things around. But that shouldn't. Oh, crap. Oh, goodness. Woo. Dang. Okay, what am I gonna just try to get out of here? I guess this will be the easiest to fix. Well, that was not fun at all. Goodness. Alright. That was just redstone, okay. So anyways, it got a lot of not fun as we got into here. Real crazy creativity. So this part is good to go. So once I get the blueprint made and set it up, it'll go ahead and clear out everything in the area and then build in that spot. So it'll be identical to what's over here, over there, and then over there. So, yep, that's what I did today. That's what I was doing pretty much all day. Well, not all day. When I was playing, that's what I was doing today. Um, so now, yep, it's back over here to the um, oh yeah, the sheep shearing part. And before we do that, let's see. Oh, I already have cobble. Do I have any wood on me? I do have wood. Okay, good. Alright, I need you. Bench making? That's odd. How did I lose all my stuff? Eh. I'm going to make me a bucket. Because I haven't had to do anything over here yet with water. Oh, I need to go get my iron ore. And the reason why I need a bucket is because I'm about to get hardcore. I should probably grab coal too. I mentioned in my last episode that I was making the switch, and I have indeed made that switch. Oh, there we go. Oh, I had coal right there. I went ahead and adjusted the configuration files today, so as soon as we get some ore there, we'll have buckets. So basically, the reason for the buckets was just to show, obviously, what everybody else knows happens when you have hardcore buckets enabled and you try to pour water out. So, reason why that's important, and I didn't think it was going to be, but of course it is because I need mechanical power for the sheep shearing bin, or bay. If you remember from the creative world, um, I have to pump the wool out of our block dispenser so that it doesn't just get placed again as a block in front of the spot where the sheep come in. So, if you look at the map here, you can tell that where I've been doing all my building so far is right in this area here. The actual sheep shearing bay is going to be probably around here. So, not wanting to go very far, I decided that a good place to build our mechanical power, and we're going to do that with the water wheel, will be over here. So come over here, grab some water, and once again, the reason why I'm doing this is to show you that now when I place water, it just disappears. There we go. Hardcore bucket mode. But this is where I plan on putting the water wheel. You know, you always see in the old quaint villages and stuff, you got that mill or whatever. And so you got the water, basically a water wheel on the side of a building. Now, it'd be cooler if I had like the water coming off of something and then dropping down over it, And I remember seeing something about Flower Child mentioning at some point that he wanted to make it so that you could power water wheels, not just from the underneath, but also from over the top of it, like having it drop down on the side, which I think that would be awesome. But so yeah, so we're gonna put the water wheel over here. So my goal then, and actually what I probably can do, I don't even need to get like a spout or anything, because I can just take the water from here, I can just dig down a couple levels and then come over this way. We'll put that block here, and just got to make sure it goes the 8 blocks. So I got to make sure the drop down happens at the right spot. Already the fun enjoyment of hardcore buckets, trying to figure out how to route water to make it do what you want it to. I wanted to keep it at this level, but if I have to, I can always go one more lower. I just wanted it to be more of a part of this side of this building. Before I do that, though, I should probably look up here to see if there's any other places where it might work well. I don't have any water over here. If I had had like a field up here or something like that, one of these smaller buildings here would have worked well as worked out pretty good as well. But that didn't. Ooh, this has promise. Yeah, right here on this side of the building. Okay, because I can take it over here. All I got to do is go down 1 to bring it over to this point, and then have it come down and drop over to here, and then we can put our water wheel right on the side here. Alright, and actually have the axle right there. And now we come in here. Ah, nice. They were even nice enough to build this up a level for us, which means that I can put the axle will actually probably fairly well match the floor. It'll look like it's just another thing, but actually it'll actually be a gearbox. So it'll probably be a little bit different looking, but it'll be a gearbox there, and then have it go down, and then from there we'll route the mechanical power over to here. So I'll save that for later. I don't really do that right now. Like I said, the big thing is we want to do some work here on the sheep shearing bay. So I'm going to. I still haven't made it back to my base again yet. Let me think what I need for this trip, because I gotta. I need pipes. I haven't gotten any pipes, and I need all kinds of pipes. Because another thing I did too, if you look over here, we have chests. It's like a stair up there. I had stairs on both sides, but this is actually where the pipe will come down into these 2 chests. And that pipe will be coming from basically right here. Is that a step? It is a step, darn it. Wonder how I can do that. I can always move this out 1 more. That's a possibility, because then I wouldn't even have to move this, because it was, like I said, it was actually 1 closer, I think, in the other world, or the creative world. Or actually, I just, right here, intake pipe will be right here from the side, because we're going to actually have a glass block here. Sheep kind of come in like that, that prevents us from going out, and I think we'll probably put like a door here for access into the outer area. Alright, so glass block here, intake pipe there, get rid of that, because from there then we'll have a regular piping go up top, and then from there it'll get routed over to our chests. Okay, that works. But I'm gonna need, let's see, I just need half a stack of transport pipe. Oh no, I'm gonna need more than that, because I'm forgetting too. I also have from here where our sitting pipe is gonna be, and I'll need one of those. And then I got to route underneath to our stewing pot, which will be somewhere around here. Now I'm thinking of getting kind of creative too. Well, I can't have the stewing pot anywhere near flammable stuff, so it can't be by the wood. I was thinking of like doing some kind of switch where the stair drops down with a piston, and the stewing pot's right behind here. But then I'm thinking I need a stoked fire. Do I need a stoked fire, or is it just a fire? Now, either way, even if it's not stoked, that's gonna burn my my room down. So I'm gonna need So instead, it's gonna have to go here on the floor somewhere. All right. Let me do some thinking here, just 'cause I'm kind of doing a lot of brainstorming on and taking up time on the episode, and I'd rather do that with building. So I'm gonna do some more thinking here, and then I'll be right back. All right. So fire is definitely a hazard. Not here. I tested it in the creative world. I threw up, like a little sidewall just to see, and oh yeah, it definitely burns. Burns bad. So, um, I decided to stick it inside the middle, and I think I kind of came up with a really cool looking design and plan. So these are all sandstone bricks, but the hieroglyphic ones have a little bit of a different texture on the top and bottom than the standard ones. So by alternating those, I kind of was able to get a nice little floor look to it. Got a trapdoor here concealing our stewing pot, and come over here, you'll see there's going to be a path that goes underneath here over to it. So it'll take the drops from the string will pop off right into here. So there'll be glass basically right here. So they'll drop into there, get routed straight over here, and then I can pretty much decide whatever color I want. Put the dye inside there, and then when I'm done, just pull it out, add it in here, or take it with me. So that takes care of that part. That's nice and easy. Now I just need to figure how I'm going to the spacing and where the mechanical power is going to come in, because that's the part I got to do next. I'm going to have to go build my water wheel, route the power in here, and then figure out exactly, because I need to have this, I'm going to say this, actually I'll probably have it right here. We'll have the wooden engine right here pumping or controlling the intake pipe right here going up there. Trying to keep everything as I guess condensed, but as small as possible, so we're not interfering with other areas. Yeah. So let me look at this a little bit more, and then I will be right back. All right. I need to get this water wheel. I need to get my mechanical power done, so I know exactly kind of where everything's going to fit in. So let's figure we go ahead and do this right now. So the water's going to come in over here. And then this is the point where we want it to drop. So that's 3, 4, 5 spots. Alright. And then I think I need a piece of gravel to go over there. I don't like it when it doesn't quite match up. Eventually I'm going to go through here and kind of clean this village up a little bit. But, I think for now... Alrighty. So all I should have to do is take out that. And there we go. Actually, I want cobblestone. That bottom of that building, I don't like how it looks, having the dirt there in the bottom. Just grab some cobble. Head back over here. We'll fix that real quick. And I think actually... There we go. Don't want to make it obvious that that's kind of what we did. There we go. Oh, almost hurt you. Pity the fool. Sorry. Every time I see him, I'm gonna think of Mr. T. Yeah. Alright. So let's see. It's 1, 2. So our axle needs to go right here to be centered. And then let's bring you. want it to look a little bit better there on the base. And then I suppose I should probably put our gearbox in here first. Do I want to put a gearbox or... Let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to make me a step up. I'm almost... This pick is almost done. Or I should say mattock. Let's see. Alrighty. Put you here. There we go. How does it look? How does it fit? Nice, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Alrighty. Grab my extra dirt and fill this in because this just doesn't look right. Okay. I'll come in here. And oh sweet, it went underneath the chair so it doesn't even have don't even have to see what it looks like. Okay, good. Alrighty. And then we can just oh man. I don't have a pick ready. What a time to run out. Shuts it around my face. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. We'll go ahead and get back to work. Man, I never get over the sunsets on this texture pack. Just the updates that they did on Minecraft in general, and then what a good texture pack does. That's pretty darn cool. Alright, let's get back inside here. And let's see. I don't remember what level I want to be at. Figure I might as well take care of the level ahead of time, get exactly where I need to be. That way I can make as straight of a shot over as I can. Dang, moon looks pretty good again too. Alright. So we want to get this all the way down. I'm going to guess 54? 55. Okay. Down to 55. And then if we aim for the center, we're looking at 23 and 28. Although it's easier for that part because I can just look at the mini map and I can easily tell now where that center area is because with the having the mini map set for underground, I can see all the work I've been doing. Alrighty, so I need to go down like 9 levels. So I might have to go get rid of one more of these. I may even need to go with like a ladders. I should have thought to bring ladders. Watch for zombies. One thing I noticed when I was down there working, I definitely had to be careful because I would get spiders creeping up on me all the time. Let's see. I guess I can get one more set out of this. Alright, that should do. Yeah, but they would be all at the top because they track you through the ground and everything. And I can fill this in too. Whoa. What the heck? I'm down to like 1 frame. I'm gonna go and I need to check. I may have exceeded my disk space here, so hold on. Alright, and I'm back. And yeah, I had like 20 megabytes left of memory. This one's gonna have. This is gonna be a fun editing job because I've basically been doing a lot of recording as I guess you can say ramble and stuff like that. So we'll see how this one turns out in the end. But yeah, so transferred a bunch of it to my external, and then that gives me enough room to continue on for now. So yeah. So I'm gonna get this down to the right level, and I'm not gonna record all this now, just because I'm realizing that I really am making this a long episode. So I'll route this over there, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to start building more of the pen. or the yeah, call it the pen. All right, see you in a few. All right, so we got the mechanical power coming up over here. Um, had to get a little creative and go way deep because I'd forgot that we had the power from here coming over and underneath to turn that on. So anyways, got it over there. Got our wood pipe in, our wood engine. Intake pipe going there. I forgot to have the glass on. As soon as I connected it, sucked the glass out into the ground, so I know this works. Next thing is to head up here and take care of our piping. So I should just be able to go, there we go, just like that. And then that'll just come up here. And there we go. So it'll fill this one up most of the time. This one will get a little bit. Once the other one's full, then it'll fully fill that one up. But right now, yeah, we're good to go. This thing, timing should be right. As far as when a sheep comes in, triggers that. Should turn the power off, which will take the wool off the sheep. Right as it's leaving the station, heading back out from the same power coming under here and heading back up there. So technically, I guess that was, well, actually no, I still have to do this too. But I think down here was, yep, I thought so. It makes it easy to get access now. Shoot, I'm too low. Let's see. I think wherever the netherrack is. Where are you? Oh, I'm not in the center. I'm not even close. Okay. I gotta make it over there. Which means it's probably right over here. Oh, duh. Yeah, that's right. I remembered. It's right there. And actually, since we're coming from here, I might as well just put this here, and we can run it straight in. Alrighty. So, that'll just come in here, but I still need to get out. So instead, there we go. One more out. Alright. Actually, let me get around here and head up top, but I think I was closer to being able to fully test this than I thought I was. Let's see. Yep, there we are there. So actually that needs to go down one lower. And then there we go. Now I just need some glass. I have it. So you go there. I just want to be able to see it. And then over here, I don't know if I needed that or not, but we'll leave it there because I know I had it on my other one. Still need to make a door here. Just so I don't see that all that. Okay, string into there. Comes over to here. Alright, this is all good. Wool gets sucked out of there, up and around. Down over to these. Alright. I still have to decorate, but like I said before, when I hadn't colored the sheep yet, I gotta figure out what kind of, how I want the colors to go in order. So I'll probably have to go into like my creative world and see how they're all sequenced in the creative inventory. So I think that's fairly follows the color scheme pretty well, and we'll check that out. But alright, we're gonna fire this off. Here we go. Alright, we'll go inside, Watch it happen. There we go. Cross our fingers. Timing was too slow. Okay. But that's why we got it done. Okay, so let's see. The pulse lengthener I want to keep as is. So it's this that I need to uh, slow down. This part was okay though. That did exactly what we wanted. It sat there for a little while and then sent it back out. So that's good. Alright. So took a few seconds off the delay. Let's watch it again. Cross our fingers. I'm getting a couple. What the heck? Alright. Let me play with this off camera and then I'll come back once I got it figured out. Alright. Successful test is successful. All I did is these were all at 3 ticks on our lengthener, so I dropped them all down to 2 ticks. The only possible issue, and I'm going to have to do like a bigger test, we see the wool going up there, is to make sure that we don't have it put the wool back out before it has a chance to come up. That's my only worry. So we'll fire this off and take it to watch it on recorded camera. There you go, as he leaves, poof. And that's the part of, see, there it is right there. Okay, I need the delay that I have. I'll get this sucked in there long enough to get into the pipe system. Alright. Okay, you need to be 3 after all. But maybe we'll take that out. And we'll try it again. One time worked, the next time, I mean, it sheared it, but then the wool didn't get. Ooh, that's dangerous. So it sheared it, but then the wool didn't get sucked out before it got power back to the dispenser. Come on. Okay, that's half our problem. I got the double punch. Okay. Alright, more playing. Alright, so we just rebuilt this, the one that I had with the blocks and everything. It works with a button push, but as far as, wow, little phantom movements. But yeah, as far as with the detector rail pulse, it was too quick of a pulse and it would on off and it wasn't enough time on. So this is the same as what we have for the pulse lengthener down there, only I doubled it. So instead of no tick or the 1 tick, you know, basic setting, I moved it up 1, so it's got 2 ticks, and then all 4 of these have 3 ticks. So now we go ahead and turn this on. It actually stays off for quite a while, and it actually turns off pretty quick too. So watch this here as he comes into the bay, and it's already off. He's sheared, and it's still off, and you can see it's already heading up there, and it now just turned on. So this works just fine. I don't have to worry about it randomly catching wool. So yeah, so we've got 5 bays built and stocked. Yeah, these all 5 work. So I'm gonna test these a little bit myself, and as long as they work out right, then we'll go pull out the architect table, and we'll make a blueprint of this, and then we'll have it start building. And then yeah, that's all the stuff I'm gonna do on camera now, pretty much. So I'll show me making the blueprint of this. Then we'll go ahead and fire it up as it starts to build over there. And then once they're all built, I'll get them all colored. We'll come inside, add the wool, select a few different colors, watch it all fill up and stuff, and then yeah, we'll call that an episode. Alright, so we have our architect table here. I just made myself my sheep holding pen blueprint. Kind of show you the scale of what we're doing here. Let's see. Oh, I picked up my. Alright, so we have it goes all the way down to there. And I've already had this one running last night to prepare. And it basically took out everything but stone, which is the only drawback. It'd be nice if I could have just left anything solid, but it just means I'm going to have more stone down here to fill it. So, with all the cobble I have, what I probably need to do is bring out a crucible and have that thing running full time with some pipes pumping it directly into the builder down here. Um, but yeah, like I said, it goes all the way down to there and here, so it pretty much does the entire from where the tracks are over. So I'll do the same thing over here, and then down there you can see that's where my AND gate was, which is what the initial plan for this was. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start gathering resources because it's already pretty much cleared everything out. So I'll be right back. All right, so we got a bit of work done here. Um, Again, like I said, my weekends aren't such a good day for me to record, except for like at night. So I did a bit of work off camera in preparation for this, or I should say for tonight. Um, so yeah, we're done. And I'll go ahead and walk you over and show you everything. I went ahead and created a house. Uh, just kind of built it over this chest here because I still haven't got everything out of it. Oh, that was the one that had like my iron and stuff in it. And of course, to prevent random villagers from trying to go down into my area, I just didn't feel like having a ton of villagers under there. Went ahead and made some trapdoors. Eventually, I'll probably come up with something a little bit better, but for now it works. And here we are. We've arrived at the wool room, and I could have kind of gone for which colors I figured I might use more and put them more towards the beginning. But instead, I kind of went with like a more of how the colors work. Other than maybe I could have did a little bit those on this side, but I like how it looks. So yeah, we got all the selectable wools. Got the on-off switch. And dang, I never did replace that. Alright, well, when I get a chance, I got to throw a stair up there. Got this hasn't changed at all. So you come out here, can see because of the light block from Better Than Wolves, we can actually see the color of the wool there. But in addition, I replaced that grass block that was on the front of all of these with their corresponding wool color. And then of course we have all the proper colors of all of our sheep. And yeah, that one was a tough one. So what I ended up having to do was change the color of two of my breeding pairs with the cocoa beans I discovered mining, and every 5 minutes send another one down while I was doing other stuff. I can't wait for cocoa beans to be farmable. I probably would have just skipped brown altogether if it weren't for that, just because it's hard even just getting away from that SMP hoarding of cocoa beans because it was such a rare commodity. But anyway, so then we got all of our other colors. Interesting thing about when this went up is I had to hand lay most of the upper track because the architect's table saved these in this position as they're going up the hills. So over here it would try to put them there so they would be going sideways, and then when you put another one it would break it, and sometimes it would come back and pop them off because it wasn't the right. So basically I let it complete the build, and then I came back behind and had to do all the fixing. I decided to leave these holes down the middle just because I kind of like to be able to see the redstone down there. In addition, from underneath, I can go down and look up and see all the sheep and stuff. It's probably about the best access I have other than being on top. I left myself one breeding pair, standard white, just for the off chance of something happening down here. All I got to do is put a rail and a switch here, and I can send it down whatever path I need to and slowly repopulate whatever color wool if something happens. And then, of course, we have our third bay as well. We'll head downstairs real fast. I just want to kind of show how everything looks before we actually test it. Um, and by testing, I just mean actually from inside. I've tested all the lines; they do all work. But anyway, we've already seen up here. So it's kind of cool thing about this is how our detector blocks kind of form this ring, and from out of the ring, it spreads into all of our different bays and pods. I had a couple spots here that actually were interfering more so back there that I had to do a little tweaks on. Just when I was testing and saw that either A, the detector rail didn't cause them to all advance, and so it basically was a one-time shot each time I pressed the start button. We also have a bit of caving underneath that I had to manually cover in certain areas, but I'm not going to go into how each one of these is set up. I'm probably going to do like just a tutorial video for this now that it's done, kind of showing how to build a bay, showing how to set up these, and I may even... No, this has got to be the size. That's the thing. I could go an extra block and it would have made it so much easier, but then the wool room would have been a lot bigger as well. So I'll show how to do this, how to make this a little less cramped. I think the next time, instead of having them so close on these edges, I might shift it over that way a little bit more. Stewing pots right here. Still getting fed from the same place. And yeah, that is all of the innards and the wiring. So let's go ahead, head upstairs. And, well, I should say upstairs is more like a downstairs, I guess. Make sure these are all off. And then we'll go ahead and flip the start switch, which means now whatever we hit is going to go into full auto. And green's my favorite color. In case anyone's ever wondering, football preferences. I am in San Diego, but I grew up in the Midwest in Wisconsin, so I am a die-hard Green Bay Packer fan. So I still like my green and gold, green and yellow, however you want to call it. So we'll flip the green switch, and we'll come on over here and watch this in action. And I believe the green switch was, yep, on the side. And there we go. Oh, I love this. It works perfect. See the green wool getting sucked out, white wool's heading back. We'll follow him over here to kind of watch his progress. If you notice here too, I got the wavy tracks here, and that was because on this side it worked perfectly, the fact that the unpowered state worked the way I wanted it to, but over here the unpowered state actually wanted him to go into there, so this didn't work out so well. So I was forced to do this. And I think I may have mentioned it, but I don't know if I did. I also noticed that in this spot right here, the grass was causing damage each time they dropped through. So after a certain number of times running through the system, I would have actually started losing sheep, which would have been a bad thing. But the piston itself is considered to be transparent, so that didn't cause the issue. So I went ahead and moved this one piston back, and that way it takes away any damage it can do, but it also can't eat when it's in rest. Sometimes they'll eat on the way over, but in the full auto mode, it's still going to have a chance to eat at all of its other stations. So we'll kind of go through here and see if any of these guys have eaten yet. You haven't, you haven't, you haven't. I don't know how many times it's gone through, but we'll see as it keeps going around. Alrighty. Okay, well, Anyway, let's go ahead and turn off the greens, and then we'll go ahead and pick another color. One from the other side so we can demonstrate the track switching capability. And I'm going to hang out for a sec just to make sure that I don't have another one coming. And I do. Good. Because it all depends on when you turn that off, and there is a bit of delay on the redstone for these. So we'll make sure again. Nobody else coming. Yep, alright, we're good. Alright, so then we'll head back inside. Turn off our green. And we'll flip the on switch again. We'll go for our yellow. Actually, no, yellow's still on the same track side. I want to go on one of the sides, so we'll go purple. And that's on the back side, so again, it's one of the other ones we hadn't been showing in my earlier tests. There he is, coming from over there. Yes, yes, working perfectly. I'm really, really, really pleased with how this works. If you notice this over here, this is just for on the way back, because otherwise they'd be, and I probably did mention that, but we don't want them going into someone else's bays, so this is just to keep them on the straight and narrow. But yeah, alright. That one works as well. So as you can see, it works exactly how we wanted it to. Purple should go in there and get stored, and yes he is. Alright, cool. Well, that will do it. Kind of take a peek at the all the bays and stuff as we wrap this one up. I know this has been a long set of episodes. All three of them were in the longer time frame, but I don't like, and I've said before, I don't like to just kind of pop in and be like, hey, this is what I've done, here's how it looks, you know, give a kind of, this is kind of how it works sort of thing. I think you learn a lot more when you watch it in progress as it happens, especially if you watch the the problems, the mistakes, the errors. So I definitely want to keep as much of that in as I can. Um, but yeah, so I kind of balancing that out. But I think I think this turned out really well. Um, Kind of excited about it. So yeah, please rate, comment, and subscribe. Um, give me a like if you enjoyed this. Comment, let me know what you think, and of course subscribe for all my future Better Than Buildcraft uh, craziness. I still can't believe I did this. But yeah, um, and then of course any of the tutorials and other things I do. So. Alright, well, I'm going to call this one an episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.